So in the last video, I talked a little bit about, this history of ambisonics and didn't even mention exactly what format I was talking about because it can get confusing quickly, and I think one of the goals is, staying focused on what you're trying to get done, and then finding if you're working with the right formats and that sort of thing. But why are Facebook and YouTube involved in this? Um, well, I can say that from the side of Facebook, they purchased the company Oculus Rift a few years back, which is a virtual reality headset company, and I think it's a part of the strategic plan of Facebook to offer, virtual reality type content or at least three-dimensional content. So they want to give creators different tools to work with making immersive content, and it also ends up showing up in the feed. Whereas for YouTube, there's not necessarily a connection to a particular headset, except that they are video platforms. So they want to be able to showcase immersive content as well. And from what I understand, the moment they've picked a slightly different format than Facebook, but I have a theory that will help with navigating this issue, and I'll talk about that later. But the big thing is that I spoke about big speaker arrays in the last video, but the typical person has a pair of headphones when they're on it's not even headphones when they're on, say, one of these networks. But if you are wearing a virtual reality headset, it's usually a headphone based arrangement. So we're able to, using tools like the spatial audio workstation by Facebook, we're able to take files and we can make our own sound environments that we don't even have to record them necessarily in 360-degree audio, and we can now down mix them for binaural use. And that's kind of one of the main things that I think is a good area to focus on with this. Binaural is a good way of finding a format to work with, or finding a final destination to work with. And then as you get more comfortable with the different formats along the way, you can enhance your output to other systems and other speakers, and you can work ambisonics, say, into even a live performance. But for starters, I would say if you're working with one of these networks, you're going to think about binaural mixing. The tricky part is I mentioned, front, center, left, right, sound going around in all kinds of directions, and headphones don't really do that. But there are little tricks that are done to kind of literally trick the mind into thinking that sound is kind of flying over your head or something, using kind of filtering type techniques. So this next videos, I'm going to more talk about Facebook because they offered more tools, and then I can also offer some ideas about how you would get content ready for YouTube.